And on behalf of the illustrious Iota Lambda chapter of Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Sorority, Incorporated, I would like to welcome you all to our Founders Day presentation. Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Sorority has continuously set the standard and has been an unyielding force in communities worldwide for 114 years.
Right, Sora. Let them know, Sora.
The purpose of Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Sorority is to cultivate and encourage high scholastic ethical standards, to promote unity and friendship among college women, to study and help alleviate problems concerning girls and women in order to improve their social stature, to maintain a progressive interest in college life, and to be a service to all mankind. Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Sorority was founded on January 15, 1908 at Howard University in Washington, D.C. in the basement of Minor Hall.
Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Sorority, Incorporated was the first Greek letter organization founded by Black women for Black women. Near and dear to our hearts are three principles which remain at the core of our sorority: sisterhood, scholarship, service.
What initially began as 20 collegiate women seeking to uplift and enhance their communities, Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Sorority has now turned into 320,000 women and alumni with 1,044 chapters worldwide.
Committed to creating an organization that would uphold Black women to the highest of standards, our 20 illustrious pearls paved the way so that we could be standing here today. Ethel Henchman Law.
Aaron Easter Brown, Eula Elizabeth Burke, Lily Burke, Margaret Flagg Holmes, Marjorie Hill, Lavinia Norman, Lucy Diggs Flood, Marie Woolfolk Taylor, Norma Elizabeth Boyd, Ethel Jones Mowbray, Alice P. Murray, Sarah Marion Letter, Joanna Mary Shields, Carrie E. Snowden, Harry Josephine Terry, Julia E. Brooks, Nellie Mae Conner, Nellie Pratt Russell, Minnie Ginger Smith.
All right, Sora. Let them know.
As college-educated women of color, just one generation removed from slavery, these women created an unparalleled legacy that has extended beyond campus quads and student interest. Dedicated to the betterment of African American lives and the fight against oppression, Ethel Hedgeman Law took it upon herself to create this sorority at the tender age of 17. She was a scholar and leader, and she will forever be our guiding light.
To help bring this sorority into fruition, 8 qualified seniors were selected to join. Among these seniors was Anna Easter Brown, a writer who became the first treasurer of our sorority and an educator who advocated for African American history for over 40 years.
Right, Sora. All right. That's right.
Eula Elizabeth
was the creator for the name, motto, and colors of our sorority. She welcomed the idea of expansion and later tried to devise 3 undergraduate chapters after incorporation. She was Alpha Kappa Alpha personified. Alongside her sister, Lily Burke was a Greek scholar. She was also credited for coming up with the motto. She continued the expansion of this sorority as a charter member of the first graduate chapter in Washington, D.C., the Xi Omega chapter.
Community activist and Latin teacher, Margaret Flagg Holmes, was involved in almost every aspect of the sorority. Not only did she help create the first constitution and bylaws of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, she was also accredited for creating the character sketches of our esteemed founding members.
Marjorie Hill was an integral part in our sorority and served in varying capacities graciously. Upon graduating from Howard, she became an educator in Virginia. After her untimely death in 1909, Marjorie Hill received the title of being our first Ivy Beyond the Wall.
Lavinia Norman developed the first constitution of Alpha Kappa Alpha and became the second president of our sorority. While in office, she presided over the second Ivy Day exercises and explained the aims and ideals of Alpha Kappa Alpha, ultimately transforming our communities for the better.
In 1933, instilling the importance of world issues and strengthening the sorority's capacity for expansion. Later in her life, she became the world's first African-American woman tennis champion.
Marie Woolfolk Taylor was the first secretary. She treasured sisterly ties and wanted to make certain that sisterhood were pursued beyond Howard University, thus inviting the sophomores to join the founding group. Norma Elizabeth Boyd. She was the first National Corresponding Secretary. She was widely recognized for outstanding service and advocacy for justice and human rights. Boyd was Alpha Kappa Alpha's last surviving founder, and throughout her life worked hard to ensure the perpetuity of this organization.
In addition to being admired for her culinary success, Ethel Jones Mowbray was the first vice president of the sorority's directorate. She played a large presence in her community and was diligent in the upkeep of the sorority's long-term success.
Poetry, Prose, and Cultural Commentary, Alice P. Murray played an integral part in the literary and social activities sponsored by the group that benefited both members and the public.
Known for her scholastic ability, Sarah Meriwether Nutter was one of 7 sophomores invited. She was heavily involved throughout her time in the sorority, even after she graduated and moved to Charleston. She remained active within Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, Sorority, and went on to charter 2 chapters. The new chapter at West Virginia State University and the Beta Beta Omega chapter.
Joanna Berry Shields served as custodian of chapter records and earned her Bachelor of Art degree from Howard University in 1910. Though she served as an educator for many years, she was extremely passionate about civic affairs and participated in many community-related activities, including the NAACP and the National Council of Negro Women, to name a few.
Taking on the mantle of leadership, Carrie E. Snowden became corresponding secretary during the fall of 1909. The following year, she began her teaching career and helped charter the Xi Omega chapter in Washington, D.C. in 1923.
Of the original founding group, Harriet Josephine Terry was the first of the sophomore inductees to be elected as president of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority. As a woman with many talents, Terry is also known for creating the hymn used at the very first initiation ceremony.
Responsible for drafting an early edition of the sorority's history, Julia E. Brooks continued to expand the impact of Alpha Kappa Alpha. As an assistant principal and dean at Dunbar High School, she aided in the personal and professional development of young girls while living a life dedicated to education.
Okay, club.
After hearing proposals from then current members to change the group's name, colors, symbol, and motto, Nellie Mae Quander realized the need to preserve the principle and brand of Alpha Kappa Alpha. Her actions led to the successful incorporation of Alpha Kappa Alpha on January 29, 1913.
Another one of our illustrious incorporators, Nellie Pratt Russell, also helped to restore the perpetuity of Alpha Kappa Alpha. She was committed to the service initiative sponsored by the sorority and worked in Washington, D.C., distributing food and clothing to the needy. With her help, the Gamma Lambda Omega chapter was chartered in 1914.
Embodying the true spirit of sisterhood, Nellie Mae Crowder relied on her sorority sister, Minnie Beatrice Smith. She developed strategies to help preserve Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, assembled former graduates, and maintained records. She was appointed as acting national president and eagerly took on any, and I mean any, task brought her way.
We are sorors, and we're striving. We have to work. Sometimes we have to cry. We have to cry. We have to hold on to Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, and we'll keep holding on until we die. We are sorors, and we're striving. We have to work. Sometimes we have to cry. We have to cry. We have to hold on to Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, and we'll keep holding on until we die. We are sorors, and we're striving. We have to work. Sometimes we have to cry. We have to cry. We have to hold on to Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, and we'll be holding on until we die.
Now that you know the history of our beloved organization, we'd like to further show you what Alpha, Kappa Alpha looks like today. In order to enhance the overall well-being of communities and to fulfill our international theme, exemplifying excellence through sustainable service, Alpha, Kappa Alpha continues to implement initiatives that emphasize each of our 5 target areas.
When it comes to our sorority, my sorors and I work hard, slay, and always maintain a high GPA. After all, it's no coincidence that we continue to maintain the highest chapter GPA on campus. Our dedication to education is nothing short of exceptional, and this leads us into my personal favorite, Target 1.
All right, so
Target 1, HBCU for Life, a call to action. Provides high school students with guidance and support in their college application and enrollment process through our signature program, #CAP. Last September, Alpha, Kappa, Alpha sorority raised over $2 million in one day in support of our historically Black colleges and universities.
High-quality healthcare is crucial in preventing diseases and also improving quality of life. Alpha, Kappa, Alpha, sorority Incorporated not only sets the standard in education, but in healthcare as well. Target 2, Women's Healthcare and Wellness highlights health issues concerning African American women. Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority focuses on breast cancer awareness and prevention, heart health, nutrition and wellness, and care for the caregivers.
Economic prosperity can be achieved by focusing on the value of community. Our sorority ensures that the prosperity of the Black community is at the forefront of every action. This next top dollar.
Target 3, building your economic legacy, emphasizes financial planning, asset accumulation, and wealth building within the Black community by creating events that emphasize credit, savings, helping the homeless, and more.
As we know, the arts are instrumental to the Black community, and the support of all Black artists is more important now than ever before. Through writing, performing arts, and visual arts, we continue to preserve the history, heritage, and culture of all Black people.
Target 4, the arts, enriches culture and art by highlighting the works of Black artists, writers, and creators. This is largely showcased through our Salute to the Harlem Renaissance and Salute to the Black Arts Movement initiatives.
The role the arts play in society is unmatched. But the impact of this sorority goes far beyond. Our final target emphasizes the impact that Alpha, Kappa, Alpha sorority has had through the years and all over the world. Target 5, global impact, engages in programming efforts that strengthen the international impact of our sorority. Our efforts range from creating clothing through our Pillowcase project to supporting refugees with their adjustment to American life.
Alpha Kappa Alpha has dedicated itself to providing service to all mankind. And through our initiatives, we've enriched minds, encouraged lifelong learning, and provided aid for the underserved.
Alpha, Kappa, Alpha is and will always be the first and finest, and together we have shattered many glass ceilings.
We established the nation's first mobile health clinic, providing relief to 15,000 African Americans in the Mississippi Delta.
Alpha Kappa Alpha was the first organization to take out NAACP life membership in 1939.
Tell them.
Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority was the first group of women to win a grant to naturalize the Operations Center and to also win the first sorority inaugural member of Operation Big Vote.
To this day, our sorority continues to be one of many firsts, with the recent accomplishment of our soror, Kamala Harris, becoming the first African American, Indian, and female vice president.
At this time, will all sorors present please join us in singing the national hymn?
By merit and culture.
All right.
This is a serious matter to be, aka to be the first, the finest in every single way. Conceited, that's what they say. But when you're number one, you can act that way.
All right.
Okay, Brandy.
Take your time. Okay, very pretty. 1908.
Thank you all for joining us in celebrating our Founders Day. We hope you enjoyed the presentation. Please stick around for some light refreshments and also be on the lookout for our upcoming events during Ski Week. Thank you.
All right.
Set it off.